The product marketing planning process. The marketing planning process is a systematic approach for developing marketing goals, strategy, and implementation tactics. Once a year, most firms update their marketing plan or marketing budget, and they spend the majority of their time evaluating current performance and adjusting tactics. David Packard's of Hewlett Packard once said that marketing is too important to be left to the marketing department. In other words, marketing is more than a job or a function. It's a philosophy about doing business. In my own opinion, I agree to him that marketing is a kind of business because it is a way of strategic wherein we are market our business to able being successful and everyone should know it. It's a recognition that customers form impressions about the company not only by the absolute quality of its product but also by the host and other factors. Customers always have this thought about the first impression. You have to use a catchy concept so that everyone gets your attention. They will not just look for the company but also to the overall outcome. Customer wants a product that addresses their specific needs. They want to be treated well by the seller's employee. If I will be the customer, I will probably choose the product that I need and it will help me. I will not waste my money in nonsense. And of course, I want to feel that I'm welcome to the store, so I will come back because of how they treat me. Next, they want to feel comfortable that the price they are paying reflects the perceived value of what they're buying. If I will be the customer, I will look for the quality of the product if it is worth it to the price. Number one, that the customer look is the price of the product, same as the quality of it. And also, they want the process of buying to be easy and straightforward. They want a fast transaction.
Yan ang gusto ko.
That is all part of marketing building, a business around satisfying current and future market needs. In short, marketing is looking forward to the overall outcome of the business. Next, product manager plays a formal role in the process through the development and execution of annual marketing plans for their products or product lines. The planning process should cover three fundamental questions. Number one is where are you now? It is located on background analysis covered in chapter 5 and 6. Number two is where do you want to go, which is in synthesis covered in chapter 7, and number 3 is how can you get there, which is in action program covered in chapter 6. This is the table 5.1 shows the types of information that make up each part of the process. This chapter covers the fundamental steps involved in the process of planning. The next chapter provides tips on developing a product plan, ending with a sample outline and profit and loss statement. Next is the background analysis, which is where are you now? I will discuss to you the background analysis which tackles the questions where are you now. The figure 5.1 is the example of background analysis. The background analysis answers the question where are you now and is an analytic part of a planning process that should precede the development of the product plan. It includes a business assessment, a market analysis, a competitive analysis, a performance history, and an examination of trend analysis. Business assessment. The first part of the business assessment is determining the vision and the strategy of the overall company. The business assessment also looks at the general culture of the company, the strengths that provide the core competence, the weaknesses that must be minimized, and the role a product line plays in accomplishing the corporate strategy. Example of business assessment worksheet 5.1. The three, which is the way you are to describe the corporate visions, strategies, and core competencies that might affects the product program. Number two is list the strengths and weaknesses of the company that could directly affect the product or product line. Number three, describe the role your product line plays in accomplishing the corporate strategy. The culture refers to the way a company operates, its philosophies, management style, and structure. A product manager cannot impact the culture in the short term but must rather understand and attempt to work within the culture. There are several questions to ask as part of the business assessment to help identify key strengths and weaknesses of management, core competence, the planning process, and other functional areas. Those pictures that I indicate as the examples of questions on the business assessment. That's all. Thank you.
Market analysis. This is refers to the studying the current and potential customers for a product or product line and then putting them into categories or segments. In market analysis, it provides information about industries, customers, competitors, and other market variables. It also helps you to determine the relationship between supply and demand for a specific product or product. By doing market analysis, you can include some techniques like surveys, interviews, or observation. Based on these insights, market analysis, it is make you more informed decision about possible marketing. Segments are groups of customers with common needs and common uses of the product. I will ask you, do you find it difficult to keep your new customers or keep current ones? If it is, you may have a market segmentation issue because you can force your customer to buy your or interact with your offerings because their needs aren't being met. The best way to understand what your customers wants and needs is to require market segmentation analysis. In market segmentation analysis, this is a study of customers divided into smaller groups to understand their specific characteristics like behavior, age, income, and personality. Now that you have a data about your customers, it's time to segment them. That is what segments means. It is to group them. It is important to break a total market into submarkets for a variety of reasons. Number one, it helps provide a better understanding of the aggregate market, including how and where customers buy. Aggregate market, these are the collection of particulars into a whole mass or sum. Number two, ensures better allocation of resources because the benefits of specific groups are looking for a better understood. Number three, segmentation enables the company to exploit the opportunities by uncovering hidden niches. In number three, a niche market is a segment of a larger market that can be defined by its own unique needs, preferences, or identity that makes it different from the market at large. For example, within the market for women's shoes are many different segments or niches. There are shoes for a vegan woman would be a niche market, as would shoes for a plus size woman, shoes for nurses, and shoes for transgendered people. These are all niche market within the larger market for women's shoes. Nearly every market can be further defined or divided by the particular needs and preferences of its constituents. Some of the most common ways to define a niche are based on price, like luxury, moderate, or discount. Demographics, gender, age, income level, education level, or level of quality. It is a premium, handmade, or economical. In psychographics, it is the values, interests, attitudes. Geographics, residents of a certain country, city, or even neighborhood. Choosing to focus on a niche is a strategic business decision to serve a certain customer base rather than competitors who target the larger market. The illustration below, these are the example of segmenting based on the price, demographics, level of quality, psychographics, geographics. You can segment the product based on the price if it's luxury, moderate, or in discount. Or the product is in demographics, you can segment it into gender, age, income level, or educational level. In level of quality, if the product is handmade, premier, or economical. And psychographics, if the product is the highest values or interest for the audience and the attitudes. And lastly, the geographics, if the product is made of the certain country, city, or even neighborhood. Competitive analysis. It is a summary of what might be pages or even files of information compiled from published and internal resources, such as like annual reports, newspapers, articles, trade shows, salespeople, government and trade associate reports, and informal conversations with customers and provides much of the necessary information. In competitive analysis, in simple meaning, a competitive analysis, it is a process of categorizing and evaluating your competitors to understand their strengths and weaknesses in comparison to your own so, so that you can improve your goods or services. As their competitor, the analysis answers two questions. Number one, how I am doing compared to, and is my perception of good or good enough? Example. There are many examples we can think like McDo to Jollibee. What is the difference between them? The fries of McDo is their best seller. However, in Jollibee, their Chicken Joy is their best seller. For this, we can use the SWOT analysis to identify our competitors so that we can improve ourselves' product. Competitive intelligence. It is an important part of a product's manager's job. Part of the responsibility is to understand a product's competition so that threats can be minimized. The competitive intelligence, it is refers to the ability to gather, analyze, and use information collected on competitors, customers, and other market factors that contribute to a business competitive advantage. For example, an airline tickets. The airline industry, it is a great example how competitive intelligence is being used in practice. every day, airline companies are changing their flight ticket prices based on several pieces of external information. For instance, if all competitors increase their price for a certain route, a flight provider would quickly follow suit to secure higher margins. In addition, customer information is frequently used for pricing adjustments by identifying and tracking specific users. Flight companies can spot when a potential customer is repeatedly searching for the same flight details and increase the prices over time, since they can be sure that they really want to fly on these days. The main purpose of the competitive intelligence is to understand the external environment so that appropriate actions can be taken by businesses to stay competitive in terms of business. Competitors and competing products. Maintaining your product's competitive edge requires a continuous updating of competitor intelligence. Number 1. To which competitors have you lost business and from which have you gained business? This is the competition from the customer's perspective. Number 2. Where in what regions, applications, industry is the competition the strongest and why? Number 3. What are the corporate competencies of the companies that own competing products? What is the relation between the competencies and the products? 4. What are the list of prices of the competing products? The actual prices. Number 5. What is the market perception of the competing products? Awareness level. Customer loyalty. Are there any specific product features that are best in class? Against which product should be benchmarked? Number 7. Is the competing product a small percentage of its company's business or is the main product of the company? How important are the sales to the competitor and how much is the company willing to invest to protect the sales? As you can see, as a competitive intelligence, these are the questions that you can help to compete with the competitors and their product. Performance history. It focuses attention on the market share and financial and other numeric or statistical indicators of performance. In performance history, it is the record of an employee's history of achievement and also it looks on how well a product performed over time and relative to a plan. Performance history. This is a new feature that gives storage spaces, direct and administrators easy access to historical compute, memory, network, and storage measurements across host servers, drives, volumes, virtual machines, and more. The performance history is collected automatically and stored on the cluster of up to 1 year. In other means, by the word history, it means how the product or services perform in a whole year or any other factor. Existing customers. When small business owners think about marketing, they usually think about attracting new customers. Although most of these questions were raised during the market analysis, revisiting them helps avoid overlooking opportunities or challenges that need to be addressed. It comes with a question: how can you reach out to your existing customers and convince them to buy more from you? You can include some of these questions. Number 1. Is there a group of heavy users of the products? What percentage of the purchasers do they constitute? Number 2. Is the primary target market growing, stable, or declining? Number 3. Under what circumstances do customers purchase the products? Number 4. How and why is geographical coverage limited? Number 5. What percentage of the customers are national accounts or international? Number 6. Are most customers new or repeat buyers? Number 7. Are the customers the end users? If not, what information is available about the end users? And number 8. Are your customers progressive, traditional, or passive? And number 9. How sensitive have customers been to past price changes? Number 10. Does the customer base consist of a few large customers or many small buyers? The product. Data on the sales and profitability of the product is most likely routinely provided by your accounting department. But the analysis should go beyond quantitative statistics to include qualitative variables. You can include some of the questions below. Product. It is the center in marketing. The product has a major role in determining overall success of marketing efforts. As a marketer, it tries to produce and sell such products that satisfy needs and wants of the target market. In other words, the product happens to be the first tools in business. Without product, there is no questions of marketing because the whole marketing program is based on the product. By identifying a new product, these are the following questions you can do.
Good day everyone. My name is Julius Cesar Bautista. I am the one who report some topics under the product marketing planning process. The first one, sales force. The sales force. Even though product managers typically have no authority over the salespeople, an examination of sales force effectiveness can highlight potential opportunities or problems that need to be addressed in the market plan. So it means in examining the sales force, you can be identified the specific problems in your business or the specific opportunities that you can achieve in your business, and you can be apply this into your market plan to achieve it or to make a solution to avoid the problems. So this is the following questions that needed to be answered for the sales force. The first one is the current sales for structure appropriate for achieving the product objectives. It means that your product can be bring satisfactory to your customer even you apply the sales force in this product. The target customer being reached in the most effective manner. So in this question, that need your customer get the most satisfactory in your product. The next one question is how effective has the product sales training been? So your product or sales is effectively or not. If it's effectively, it's opportunity for your business. The next one is what sales tools do the sales people actually use to sell the product? So it means that it's either online, actual, or door to door. Ever everything that can sell or strategy how to sell the product. The last question is has the sales force been taught how help customers visualize benefit of the product? It in this question. So even thinking the customers if they buy the products or your products, they can visualize the benefits or harm that they can get of your customer if she or he buy your product. Pricing. The right price covers all relevant costs. Is positioned appropriately given the competitive value of the products and takes into account customer perceptions. The product manager should assess whether company policies enable that to happen. It's mean that the right price covers all relevance costs. So, if you have a right price for your customers, the competition or will be apply or for sure you will be competitive for the other companies that you have the same price and same product you are selling in your customers. This is the following questions of the pricing need to be answered. Have significant amounts of business been lost because of the product prices? So your prices will be affect your business or not? The second question are errors frequently made in pricing. So in your pricing, well, there's an error why your price is low or high. The next question is what is perceived cost of buying the product and service. So why these products need to be buy for your customer or to be buy at your own? Is there have a benefits or not? The fourth question is company a price leader or a price follower. So is the company is a price leader or price follower? It means that the company dictate the price or the company follow the price by the competition or the suggested price of your customer. So the fifth is what is pricing policy of company? So what is the policy of the company for creating this price? The sixth is what types of discount are offered? How does that compare with the competition? So it means that what types of discounts are offered. For examples, in one company of Jollibee is offered an discount for a senior citizen less than 20%. How does that compare with the competition? There's a competition within the other fast food chain like McDo because also they offered a discount in senior citizen. So the competition will go on and continue. The promotional campaigns. Promotional campaigns should be part of an integrated marketing communication effort with the product manager pushing for a consistent message to a customer. So, this is a promotional campaigns that how to communicate to your customer even they not in your store. The promotional campaigns is example is commercial on TV. These campaigns will show your products nationally or broadly your products to be tell what is the benefits, what is your product, so what is the price. So it will change the mind of your customers to buy your products even they have chosen the other products. So this is the following questions that need to be answered for your the promotional campaigns. The first one, what is the current image customers have of the product? Is it consistent with the advertising? So in watching of your advertising, in the first impression of the customers in your products have been changing or not? Did prior advertising strategies work? Why or why not? So your advertisements work or not work by your customers change the mind to buy your products or not. The last one is what non-advertising promotion has been tried. How will did it work? So in this question, it will provide the alternative road if you are not using advertising to sell your products to your customer. The distribution strategy. The sales force and distributors may be the most important face-to-face contact with customer. The effectiveness of these contacts cannot be left to chance and should be built into the market plan. So, if you are not having a face-to-face to your customers, you cannot gain their opinions for your products, what is the problems or the opportunities to insert this into your market plan to avoid it or to achieve it. So again, this is the following questions that need to be answered at this part, the distribution strategy. The first one, what is the company's relationship with intermediaries? Samples, distributors, agents, retailers, etc. So, they are looking for the relationship between your customers or the people surrounds your business. Second one, what are the channels of distribution? What percentage of the product sales through each type of intermediary? The third one, what are distribution costs as percentage of sales? The fourth, how does company's policy for distributor, retailer margins compare with those of the competition? They are looking for the policy of the companies, how the competitions work between their competitive companies. What has been received history of stock out substitutes and back orders. So they are looking for the backup, how the product if is sold out, what is the alternate route, how to gain or how to order your product even it is not available at your store. Support services. To complete the full cycle of customers value, installation and repair. Service should be considered in the market plan. So, if you are now making a market plan, you need that the service is considered in your market plan. Why? It is brings follow-up solutions if the products have failure in your customer. So, one, has the value of repair service changed? Due to cost increase, repair person efficiency, or any other reason? So, they are asking if the repair in your product have been changing in price cost or not. Trend dynamics. An examination of trends and their dynamics relatives to a product's success is the final part of the background analysis. So if you are now looking for the background of your business plan, it came to your success of your market plan. External trends have direct bearing on market potential, even though they are a less tangible part of the analysis. It is answering the following questions: select major events that are likely to affect the company, the competitors, the product, and market served by the company. Question is, what technological changes are likely? How might they impact? So, they are looking for the impact of the technology used in the market plan, product sales within the next several years. So, if they are looking for the efficiency of the products, if the products is useful after years or many years. The second, what have been industry trends in the following areas? Product changes, price levels and policies, distribution changes, mergers, acquisition, divestitures, power shifts in the channel. The third one is, what leading indicators correspond with the product sale. So they are looking for the strategy how to sell your products. The fourth is what are the basic trends and changes in the economy. So you are looking for the problem or changes in your economy that you belong to make sure that your company is acceptable in this economy. The fifth are the regulatory or political forces that could impact product sales. What are their trends? So this is a checklist for the marketed product process. So this checklist need to be applied in your marketing process planning. Why? To make your marketing planning is efficiency and effectively. The first one, start the annual planning process by carefully assessing the current status of your product and your company. Look for the problems to address during the next fiscal year as well as opportunities to exploit. So it means that you need to be conscious in your problem because this is the problems that will be bring you an opportunities in the following years to achieve more success in your business. The next one, assign your customers to groups or segments that allow you to allocate your resource most effectively and provide you the greatest competitive opportunities. Don't be afraid to think about your customers in new ways. So, make your own strategy how the customers to gain your products continuously, even they are have a new ways to buy a products to other company or the other store. Begin your competitive analysis by asking yourself to whom have lost the business or from whom have you gained the most business. Don't limit your analysis to only the top companies in industry. So it means if you are looking for the business, make an analysis. Don't limit it because analysis will help you to understand or to look what is the business is fitted for you. It will be brings to your womb loss or the most business successful. So don't stop in making an analysis. Second one, study the performance of your products over a 3-year period. So you need to study what is the performance of your products within the 3 years. If it's effectively useful or not. So look at the stability of a customer of each product, the effectiveness of prices and price changes, the sales and profits by product, the attitude of the sales force, and any other variables could explain different performance. So every customers have different point of view on their product. So you need to be get this and to apply this for your products to get more achievements and bring more satisfactory in your customer. Last one, try to predict the effect current trends will have the future of your product. So you need to predict or try to predict the current trends will have on the future of your product. So if it's a successful or not, this is acceptable for your customers or not. Are regulatory forces likely to require design changes? So you are looking for the changes of your product to be acceptable of your customer. Are there indications customer are shifting in the preference toward competing technologies? Whenever possible, prepare for the potential changes before you are forced to. And that is my topic. Thank you for listening.